Knust deals with accredited banks. So now you pay $150 for the processing fee. Also 4 agencies you can use to post or send your admission to Ghana.
Because there are certain programs we don't choose, and there are certain programs we don't put in certain places. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back once again to this channel, and in today's video I'm going to tackle the admission process or application process for admission as an international applicant. This is because I actually uploaded the admission or application for regular students, that is if you're a Ghanaian and you're applying as a regular student or as a Ghanaian to the Kwame University of Science and Technology. And when I uploaded a video, when I did that, I realized I had a lot of comments or feedback from people outside Ghana. They were asking if it was the same process for applying as an international applicant. And this was because they're seeing certain things which are not similar or the same as what they saw in their forms. So I helped a couple of them out with how they are supposed to go about it. But it kept coming, so I realized perhaps let me just take it upon myself to make a dedicated video for those who are outside Ghana and want to probably school in Knust, so they are able to also know how to correctly fill their forms for admission into Knust. So if you are an international applicant and you want to get into Knust, stick and stay, and let's delve into the application forms for Knust admission. Stay tuned. Alright, so who is an international applicant? It varies, right? When I say international applicant, it actually varies because now it is mostly for those who are outside Ghana. If you are not Ghanaian and you are applying to Knust, that is you being an international applicant. People who are not Ghanaian. So, for example, if you are in Nigeria and you want to study in Knust, then you are going to apply as an international student, because you are now applying as a Nigerian. So you are going to apply as an international student. Now, if you are Ghanaian but you moved outside Ghana at a very tender age and you went to stay in Nigeria and you had all your preliminary education, all your from primary to GHS to SHS, or mostly SHS, you had your SHS or high school education in Nigeria, because that is what you are going to use to apply for Knust, you are going to have to apply as an international applicant, because now you are going to use a foreign result or foreign documents to apply for Knust, although you are Ghanaian. So it actually differs as to who an international applicant is. It doesn't necessarily mean because you are Ghanaian, whenever you are applying, you are just supposed to apply as a regular Ghanaian, because your result or document you are going to provide will be termed as a foreign one. So international applicant is for the foreign people, and then that is international admission or international application is for foreign people, and then the regular application is for those who are Ghanaian. So that is the difference. It differs. Perhaps if I have not stated your scenario, you can hit me up in the comment section and let me delve into it and see if you should apply as an international student or as a local student or regular. Then we'll know how to go about it. But for now, these are the two scenarios I can think of to state who an international applicant is and who is a regular person, right? So now let's get into the video. Now I've already explained from scratch, as in from buying the application forms to filling the last part in the regular admission video that I did, the regular application video. So I'll just tackle those points where it differs as an international applicant, how you're supposed to go about it. That is what I'm going to do in this video. I'm not going to talk about everything from scratch, no, because I will be done that. Without further ado, I won't waste much time. Let's just get straight into the differences and then let's get out of here, right?
You have to input your passport picture as usual. Now, like I said, make sure the passport picture has a light green background, just like you see over here. And then you go to title, where you choose what you are, whether you're a Mr. or a Mrs. or Miss or however. So I'm going to choose Mr. for this. Then the last name, let's use I'm applying as an international applicant, so let's use probably Obinna, something, as I'm going to be a Nigerian, so let's use Obinna. Mr. Obinna. First name Ike, so Ike Obinna, right? Sure. So that's my name now. I'm Mr. Ike Obinna for this video. Yes, so you just push it like that. So your title, your surname, your first name, and then you go to middle name. That's if you have any other name. So let's say probably I'm Chidima as well. I don't know if Chidima stands for a girl or a guy, but I'm just using it like that. I'm not a Nigerian, so just flow with me. So I am Ike Chidima Obina. It actually sounds like a nice name though. Now you should really take note of this. Make sure that the names you are applying here has the same names as your result slips or what you are using to register for your examination, because if you don't, you have a lot of problems with KNUST. Like I said, the back and forth, it's not necessary. So just make sure whatever name you use to register for your examination is the same name you are going to input here to help you make this better for you. Now these are two different things. Country of citizen of country and then country of residence are two different things. Probably you'll be a Nigerian, but you are residing in Ghana or any other part. So that is the difference. The difference is where you are coming from. That's the country you are a citizen of. That is the first one. And then where you are currently based at the moment, or like where you are in the moment. If you are in the same country, then you use the same country. If you are outside your country, whichever country you are in and then you are actually applying from, that is the country you use. That is the country of residence. So that's the difference between the country of residence and a citizen of country. So that's the email. So you just put your email over there. That is your personal email. You place it over here. Then your postal address where they can actually reach you on your PO box. So I've done that as EK Simpson, PO Box 32, Lagos, Nigeria, which is not this is not real. I'm just trying to do something to help. Yeah. So you go to residential address. Now it's not compulsory to fill in your residential address, but you if you have it, you can just put it out there, right? So just your house number, and then your block number, then the city in which you are residing, and then the country. It's as simple as that. So you can decide to skip it, but if you have it too and you want to add it, you can just add it. It doesn't really change anything. Application mode, you choose international because you're an international applicant. You're applying as that, so international. Then you move to the next step, so that is save and proceed. So you go to the next one. The next one is the parents and guardians information. So the email address of the guardian is also not necessary. It's not very compulsory. If you have your guardian's email and you want to attach it to it, it's not a problem. You can just put it out here. But if you don't have it, it's not a problem. You can just keep it. And now you go to address. Now with the address, you choose either the residential address or the postal address. Any of them is good, but you have to get one. You need to use one of it for your guardian, wherever the person is. So if the person has a PO box, you use the PO box of the person. If the person you want to use the residential address, you use the residential, but you have to choose one of it, and then you fill it over here at the address section, which is compulsory. That one you can't skip it. So you choose one and then you fill that one. Then you go on to the next one. The next one is actually the educational background. So if you have more than one, or you completed more than one institution, that is probably if you did a remedial after your normal result, that is when you tap on this add institution, so that you can actually input the name of the second institution you actually went. You make the reference over there as well, and then you proceed. Then I think the next one is supposed to do with your examination results. So, and it is any of these other ones. You just scan through and know which one it is. We have the A, B, C, E. We have the BC. We have GC. We have SSC, which is Ghanaian. These ones are Ghanaian. WASI and SSC is Ghanaian. We have Nigerian international applicants who are also applying with WASI as well. So WASI international applicants. So you choose between that. If you're applying with a certificate, diploma or something, that's a higher educational distance. That one is another. This is for undergrad, so I'm not going to go into that. So let me just choose a WASI, as an international. So so don't choose this WASI. Don't choose this WASI. This WASI is actually for Ghanaians, right? This SSC or WASI is for Ghanaians. Don't choose these ones. Choose SSC WASI for international applicants, right? That's supposed to be different. You just choose your programs you offered, or the subjects you actually did, and then the results you had, the grade you had, whether it is a 1 or an A or something. You just choose it and then you fill like that, right? Then you go to your next subject you did, then you just fill in the results. as simple as that. And if you have a second result, like I said, that you want to actually submit, you go here, add result, and then you choose it. So this can be the WASI, and then maybe you had your WASI and then your NECO. So you choose NECO here, then you choose your WASI there. So you have two papers you're actually trying to submit. You get it? Yes. So yeah, then your index number. So you just feel like that, and then you go move on to the next push, the save and proceed. Then you go to your birth certificate. Yeah, so with the birth certificate, it has to actually be in a PDF format. Then you upload it. Yeah, so you just go to upload, and then you look for where the file is on your machine. Let me just choose any of these as the file, right? Then you submit. Exactly, then you have it over there. So you do the same thing for if you have a transcript you want to do. It's not it's not compulsory. Transcripts are optional, so you can do that. And your academic certificate as well is also optional. That is if you are applying as a higher degree or something. So basically what is needed here is as an international applicant is your birth certificate, right? That is mandatory. So your birth certificate, transcript is optional, academic certificate is also optional. Then save and proceed. Then you go to your program choices, whichever program you want to actually do. Then you select it, and regular students, yeah. So you just choose the programs you actually want to. I've done something here, it's not really better. This is a bad way to actually fill your form. No one should ever do something like this. Engineering, nursing, law, com design. This is a bad selection. No one should ever try. I said I actually make a video about how to actually select your programs to ensure a successful application or you being admitted, because there are certain programs you don't choose and there are certain programs you don't put in certain places. There's a format. There's not an open format. There's no trick in it, but there are certain things you should know and be able to maneuver yourself through so that you know if you are getting it or you're not getting it. So you have a whole video about that. Then we'll know how to go about that. So your identification card is also a mandatory option. So you just go, you upload your identification card, your ID type, whatever it is. So other national, that is under national ID. So if you either you have a passport, a voter ID, or a national ID or a school ID, you choose any of those ones. Yeah, then you you write the number, you type the number of the card, and then you actually you screenshot it, or you snap it. You snapshot the card, whatever it is. You take a picture of it, and then you PDF format as well, and then you upload, right? Yeah, you upload it and then you submit. Then you go to save and proceed, and then you'll be given a chance to review whatever you've done from scratch, right? So you'll be shown what you've written and see if there's any mistake you've made anywhere that you're supposed to correct before you actually send in the final one to be considered for application. Then there's the terms and conditions. Then you just click on I agree, and when you click on I agree, you'll be asked, because I'm not sending this, I'm not going to agree. But for you, as you are by this time, you should have been able to go through everything to make sure it is in the right order, everything is correct, and it's all there, it's all over there, everything is correct information. Then you just click on the proceed, then you go to your I agree, you click on the I agree, and then once you do that, you've automatically sent your forms to be considered online by KNUST.
This is the process you are supposed to fill. Now, once you're done filling, you are supposed to actually print it out. We'll get to that. But what I want to say is, unlike the regular admissions or regular applications, where as a Ghanaian student you are supposed to buy the forms before you even start filling, before you be given the code to actually start filling. Unlike that, as an international student, you actually generate your vouchers free. It is at a free cost. You generate your vouchers and you fill it. After you are done filling and you are going to post, that is when you actually pay your processing fee for admissions. So you pay $150, and you are supposed to make payment at accredited banks, not just any bank. KNUST deals with accredited banks. That means banks that are dealing with KNUST, banks that have a correlation with KNUST, and that is either EcoBank, UBA, and I think GCB. Yes, these are the three for an international applicant. These are the three banks you are supposed to make payment to. Now, any bank aside these banks would not work. I don't know about probably if you have any links, but I doubt it will work for you if you use any other bank. Make sure you are sending your money or you are making your payment through these banks, these three banks, any of them, GCB, UBA, or EcoBank. These are the accredited banks for you as an international applicant for KNUST payments or fees. So now you pay $150 for the processing fee, and then from there, once you print out, then you print out your you are going to get a receipt. Make sure you take a receipt of the payment, right? When you get a receipt of the payment, then you make a photocopy of the receipt. Make a photocopy and add it to the document you are going to add when you are done filling the forms, and you print it out as well. Now, and I said you are going to print out your application. Once you are done, you print out the application form as a hard copy, and you are going to post that hard copy via post office. Now, there are also 4 agencies you can use to post or send your admission to Ghana or to KNUST. Now, if an international applicant, you're going to use either EMS, DHL, FedEx, or UPS. That is EMS, DHL, FedEx, or UPS. These are the 4 agencies you can use to send your admissions or your application. Now we are going to address it to the Deputy Registrar, KNUST Academic Affairs. Deputy Registrar Academic Affairs, KNUST Ghana. That is where I'm going to address it to. Mostly for the EMS, I think it's already embedded on the EMS. When you go there, you tell them you want to send it to KNUST and you want the EMS, I think they'll give it to you. It's already written the KNUST Deputy Registrar, whatever. It's already encrypted on the EMS envelope. But if it is not, that is who you are supposed to address it to. KNUST Deputy Registrar Academic Affairs Ghana, right? Yes. So for that, if perhaps you don't have any of these services in your country, and even the banks, this is another thing you can do. It's another option I'm giving to you as an international applicant. If you don't have any of the banks I mentioned earlier, or the agencies for sending in your country of residence, what you can do is find a Ghanaian, right? Someone you can probably trust, a relative or a friend or anyone who is in Ghana, and then you send your application forms to the person for the person to actually print it out here in Ghana, and then make all the photocopies you're supposed to also make. Send everything that the person is supposed to actually use, the documents and all that. You send it to the person together with whatever amount or whatever money you send, and then you make the person make the whole thing for you. So if it is respect to payment of the fees, the person can pay to Ghana Commercial Bank here in Ghana, or EcoBank here in Ghana, or UBA here in Ghana for you on your behalf. If it is respect to the posting, you can send it and the person would print everything out and then send it via EMS, which is very popular here in Ghana. That is what most Ghanaians use for sending the applications to KNUST. So that is what is used here. So you can just send your info or details to a Ghanaian residing in Ghana at the moment for the person to actually do it on your behalf, and that is also going to save you the stress of having to search for all these places if you don't have it in your country of residence. But if you do, the safest way is to do it yourself. That is the safest way. Now, with respect to the printing out, you have to add your passport size picture to the hard copy as well, together with the other documents. You need to make sure it is a light green background, not just any green. I don't know what will happen if you just go and use any green at all. Probably it might disrupt your admissions, but to be on the safer side, our advice, ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, my nieces and nephews, please make sure it is a light green background. That is the recommended color for you to use for the passport, because now that, and then try and look nice when you are making that picture, because that is going to be the picture they are going to use for your student ID card. If I had known during my time that was what was going to happen, I wouldn't have looked as, let me keep quiet, but mine was quite bad, and it followed me for the rest of my years on campus, right? Because that was the card I was using everywhere I was going. And if I was now even shy to take it out, try and look as nice as possible in that card, because that is what, in that photo, because that is what you're going to use as the identity in KNUST on any formal level or any administrative level. That is what you are going to use on campus. So look as nice as you can, as much as possible. Yes, and like I said, make sure it is a green, light green background for that matter. Yeah, these are what I think the few tips you can use, or the differences that is meted out for the international applications that you can use to make sure you are on the right path to securing your admission for KNUST. Now, I would actually make another video for programs you are supposed to select, right? How and why you are supposed to select certain programs. I realized throughout the years, a lot of people come to me and then they ask for let me use one example, nursing. A lot of people come to me to want to do nursing, and I ask them which background they had or which program they pursued in SHS, and most of them tell me they did visual arts, general arts, and all these things, and they want to pursue nursing. Now, it's a problem for KNUST. I don't know about other schools. I always tell you my deal is with KNUST. That is what I've invested most of my knowledge over. So my deal is with KNUST. Now, for KNUST, if you are a general student or you are a visual art student or probably home science, it is not advisable for you to choose nursing, because of the program requirements for nursing, right? Nursing will require, I think, chemistry. No, not I think. Chemistry is a must, and I think biology is also a must, right? Yes. And then they'll choose between the last two, either physics or e-maths. Now, as a nurse, you are supposed to have a chemistry background and a biology background. So perhaps if you did home science and then you have these ones, you are good to go. You can actually choose the nursing and then have it done for you or qualify for it. But as a general student, I doubt any general student has chemistry as an option and has how do you call it, biology as an option for general arts. So that renders you unqualified to actually pursue nursing. So if you're a general student, it becomes quite difficult to actually pursue nursing or medicine or pharmacy. And it runs, I think it runs throughout most of the health courses in KNUST. Most of the health courses in KNUST are limited to science students because of the program requirement, right? The subjects required for that program. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next video I'll be uploading. I'm going to take every program, and not every, but most of the programs that are mostly chosen, and I explain to you what you actually need to do to be able to qualify for such programs and to apply it and be able to actually get it, right? Now again, there's a way to select your program. There are programs that you just don't put at second and third choices. Sorry, you don't just put these programs at third choices or second choices. For example, medicine, pharmacy, most of the health courses are not supposed to be in third choice or final choice because of how it is the selection process goes about. I'll have to actually explain that in a whole different video as well for you to understand. But like I'm saying, there are processes for these things, there are tips for these things, there are things you are not supposed to do. So do not ever make a mistake of putting pharmacy second. Pharmacy is not even supposed to be a second choice. It is not. Don't make pharmacy your second choice. No matter how good your results are, if you make certain mistakes, it will haunt you. Pharmacy shouldn't be at second or third. Pharmacy, medicine, there are some courses that are just supposed to be made at first choice. But we'll get through that one as well. It's another video. They will know how to be able to select these courses and where to place them if you want to actually get admission into KNUST. So for now, I think this will do for the application for international students, and then I will end here and make another video next time for the selection of programs to ensure a safe and secured admission into Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, one of the best universities we have in Ghana and West Africa as a whole. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and then post hit the notification bell so that anytime we post any new video, you have a notification of it, and also like and share the video as well. So I'll see you in another video. For now, my name remains Knust, and it was lovely to actually help you know how to gain admission to Knust. If you want any information that I might not have actually reported or treated on this in this video, my number is here, 0570409777. You can WhatsApp me and I will be at your service to ensure what you are looking for is meted out to you. So for now, it's a goodbye and I'll see you the next time. Catch you later.